That's Latin artist Adrian Vera, who describes himself as a Latin performer, American singer, and a global entertainer. He's been performing Spanish songs to sold-out crowds in the U.S. and South America, and now he's ready to make his next move in music. Adrian Vera joins us live now to tell us about his newest single and bridging the gap between Latinos and every other type of music fan. Welcome to the show, Adrian.
Hi, Aubrey. Thanks so much for having me. Excited to.
Well, it's great to have you here. Let's talk first about some of the celebrities you've been working with, including Alexa Vega.
Yeah, I've been really lucky to have some really talented people, in particular women, support my projects. I don't know exactly why I've gotten so lucky, but I have. And we had sent my song "He Don't Know" to Alexa's team, and she's half Colombian and I'm half Colombian, and maybe there was a connection there. But she agreed to be in the video, and it turned out to be really successful, in large part due to her presence on it. And most recently, I released a song called Peligrosa in Spanish, and we had Katrina Law from NCIS sing on the song. And you know, she doesn't actually even speak Spanish, but we tried it in English and Spanish, and her Spanish singing was so spectacular that we kept that, and it brought like new life to the song. So I've been really lucky to be able to collaborate with some really talented females.
Awesome. So tell us a little bit more about how long you've been singing and in the music business. And it sounds like you've done a lot of work in Spanish, but you're also doing some work in English, and you're trying to bridge the two. You're American born, though.
Yep, I'm born in New Jersey, and I moved to California to play music as soon as I could. I've been doing it all my life, and you know, when I was growing up, it was a little bit more difficult to, you know, release music in English and release music in Spanish. It happened kind of rarely, and I didn't really see the opportunity to do it, or I didn't feel comfortable doing it. And then as the music kind of grew and evolved, and the landscape of pop music evolved, now it's just complete, you know, fusion between Spanish and English artists, and you'll hear Latin songs on American radio and vice versa. So a few years back, I just kind of got the confidence to do what I really wanted to do, which is release both. If I felt like we had a great song in English, release a song in English. If I felt like we had a great song that was really saying something meaningful in Spanish, then I would release it in Spanish, and it's been going well so far.
That's awesome to hear, and yeah, definitely the right time to really be pushing both sides. Now, you've been pretty successful. You've been selling out crowds in South America, here in the U.S., and performing. How does that feel to have your music received that way?
Well, it's interesting because when I first started making some traction, I would get a lot of messages from South America in this kind of broken English, and then I would reply to fans in like perfect Spanish, and they'd kind of be blown away because they didn't realize that I actually spoke Spanish and was also consider myself a Latin artist. So that was kind of a fun aspect of it. And it's also cool to play shows in the U.S. where, you know, it's maybe an all Anglo crowd, and then singing a bunch of Spanish songs and people are really enjoying it. So just kind of like that mix is really, really worked for me.
Yeah, it gives you some global appeal. So you have your newest single now, Digital Girl, and we're going to listen to it in just a moment. But tell us about this new song.
Yeah, so it's kind of about this particular girl's superficial pursuit of social media. And I didn't want to come off as a hypocrite because I, like many others, am also guilty of posting the occasional, like, thirst trappy Instagram post, you know, just to kind of celebrate yourself. But my whole thing is, if that's all you're ever posting, then you might just get a song written, and that's essentially what this song is about.
Very nice. And before we get to that song, I just want to ask you one final question. You're obviously merging your different cultures, American, Colombian, and Argentinian as well. How has that mixture benefited what you're doing in music?
It's been great because it opens doors culturally that maybe would have been more difficult to break down. I can work with Latin producers, and then I have a bond with, there's a huge music scene in Argentina. There's a huge music scene in Colombia, in particular Medellin, where I'm going next week to do press on the song. And so it just kind of opens doors, and it allows me to have that connection that I'm actually, you know, kind of one of them, and they're more willing to collaborate instead of kind of an American guy that's going down there want to capitalize on it and kind of like it offers a connection.
Very nice, Adrian. Well, best of luck to you. We'll definitely keep a lookout for you, and I'm going to tell our viewers that you can keep up with this rising star on Instagram at Adrian Vera Music. And that is going to do it for this day of YCL. We're going to wrap it up and hope you have a wonderful weekend. We hope you come right back here Monday morning starting at 9. But for now, we're going to leave you with the visuals for Adrian Vera's latest single, Digital Girl.
You're just a digital girl in a cyber world. You know where you go, so no one to hold. You're just some skin and some bones, turning heads on a phone. All on your own, do you feel so alone? You were counting